Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and this is your monthly reading for Gemini. I apologize it's so late, but hey, we're getting the last half. So it is a general message. Take the pieces that you feel are for you and that touch your soul. Don't make it fit if you don't feel like it is for you, and know that no matter what messages we get through the cards or what Spirit gives us today, it's still up to you guys and your active free will and steps you make and choices you make. Okay, so I'm just going to ask Archangel Michael to come in to guard, guide, bless, and protect this reading, as well as any of you who would ask for it. If you want your angels and guides and your life guides, all you need to do is ask. I'm also going to ask my team of light to hop in and join me and to use me as the clearest channel for the most far-reaching of any of you. So guys, if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much for returning. It means the world to me. And if you're new, please feel free at the end to hit subscribe and, join the journey with me. I'm also on a healing journey. I am a Gemini as well. And I'm going to be honest about this because this is a Gemini reading. And guys, Mercury is in retrograde and it's our ruling planet. So if communication has been kind of haywire, if you've been, experiencing old relationship stuff or old traumas and stuff that have been coming back up for you, use it as a time to rethink. There may be conversations as well that need to come up, and they could be about the past, but keep your present mindset as well. And I'm hearing as well as perspective. Remember that being open to other perspectives as well, because when Mercury goes into retrograde, it is really a good time for us to rethink and to clear up any of the stuff that we may still have kind of lingering in the airwaves, I guess is the way to put it. So I'm going to start off a little bit with the Animal Wisdom Tarot by Don Grunk, and we'll find out just an overall energy that we could experience for Gemini for the last half of March. Again, this is not necessarily time specific, guys, so we have Devil in reverse, getting out of codependency, getting out of addiction, getting out of I'm hearing lusty situations as well for any of you, but that's just there so far, so let's see what else. But with Mercury retrograde as well, oftentimes as I'm hearing this, I'm getting messages in before we even get the cards, guys, but as we shift ourselves from this codependent behavior or codependent thoughts and reality, okay, for some of you this may not be for everyone, and take what resonates. For me, all codependent means is that we allow, if this is within a relationship, not necessarily, otherwise, but it could be, but giving ourselves and our self-worth, allowing others to dictate what that is. And I'm a big proponent in direct perspective. How do you feel about you? You make the choices that are right for you, and if people don't like it, well, that's not your problem. That's their prerogative, right? As long as your choices are not breaking laws and hurting yourself or others. And if you are hurting others, sometimes our choices it's not intentional that we hurt others, but sometimes along the path, our choices and other people's choices aren't always going to mesh up and add up. And sometimes you get a little, I'm hearing the words collateral damage, just for anybody out there, okay? So let's see, Spirit, what is the overarching energy for March 2019, please? Half the deck. So just a minute, guys. Alright, we're back. You got a lot come out here. And I'm only going to take what fell out upright. Okay? Although I'm curious about these two that didn't. So we have the three of, and as I say, bring this up, but the three of feathers, so this is heartbreak, and a tower. And I was these two did not fall upright, and remember, I was really intrigued about them. So some of you could be experiencing tower moments and being drawn to the Justice card here as well. Tower moments concerning heartbreak, and I'm feeling like these three wearing their hearts on their chest, wearing them openly. And also there's something important here, is that it is raining, yes, and there is heartbreak, but on these branches, so the cherry blossoms or whatever blossoms they're starting to bloom. And I'm hearing April showers bring May flowers, right? If you're going through heartache, as I was saying earlier, and I also see the Death card, it's one of the things. If you're going through heartache, know that This too shall pass. Okay? We have the Tower going up and kind of suffocating, the serpent suffocating the Tower, and you've got lightning crashes all around, major storm, unshakable change is what I'm hearing, and unbreakable change. We also have the Death card here, and this is about transformation, and also the Moth. And I feel like this is, again, with these flowers, about going towards the light, staying within the light, you know, even though sometimes we have to navigate through darkness, trying to use the light that's available and transform. I'm also hearing, like, don't be like a moth and beat yourself against things, but also if you're a light worker or through this transformation, if you're someone who gives off a lot of light, I'm also being reminded, be careful of the moths. Not everything that comes to your light is going to be for your best. And with the elephant here and the bearer of justice, I just heard an elephant never forgets, okay? An elephant absolutely never forgets. And this elephant, justice is grounded with head up, held up to the sky and looking to the stars. And I'm also hearing like galactic here. And this is balanced in between these two trees as well. So I've been drawn to these before, but justice wears its heart on its sleeve, much like these birds with the 3 of feathers. Heartbreak comes for change, but it's also here to show us the places where either I'm feeling like we're lacking in our life or where big changes need to be made. But wearing our heart openly and proudly, regardless of the changes that are coming to you, is important, okay? So there's a bunch of cards. I'm going to get into them. They're kind of piles here. So we have the Seeker here of fossils and a Seeker of feathers. Okay, so this is the Falcon and the Llama. So we have air and fire elements here. And this is, if you see this, it's going in movement. There's also three birds here in this llama, and 3 mountains. Okay, so I feel like 3, and this is March, guys. 3 is a really transformative number, and this is about being able to, again, with this Justice card, these birds are landed. Okay, and this is very, very evident, guys. If Gemini, you're an air sign. So even though these birds can fly, much like this falcon here, they can fly, they can see above the situation, this llama is grounded. And much like this elephant, okay, and this bird, even though it's important for us to be connected in the higher realms and be connected with our intuition, to our higher self, to source, to spirit, Justice wears its heart on its sleeve and knows to stay grounded, not to stay too far up in your thoughts, if that makes sense. And this llama, while being an earth element, is grounded, but his head is up high enough in the air to be able to see past, you know, the obstacles that could come to him. Okay, so I feel like you could be making movement here in your physical and wanting to keep it grounded in your physical, and movement in your thoughts as well. Could also be quick communication is what I'm hearing. So there's a few other things. We also have the 3 of branches here with the bat, and I think it was in reverse. I'm not going to actually read the reverse though, because the way they fell out. So we will just, I feel like we'll do clarifiers on these, okay? But you have the 3 of branches, so 2 3s again. And this is about working together, right? All of them are watching, and these are fire belly toads. Again, they're wearing their passion in their heart space, much like these birds, okay? So I'm feeling like with the 3 of wands and the toad, they're waiting for things to flourish. This is kind of like waiting for your ships to come in, knowing they're there, waiting for that fulfillment. And I'm hearing sitting around patiently, and these guys are all getting along, okay? Now, with the fire in the background, I am hearing just there's caution, because there is fire kind of encompassing and around them. So yes, they're safe here. They can jump in the water at any point, but just be careful of too much heated passion, because at times that could add delays is what I'm hearing. Okay, so making a decision here, or you could have made a decision recently, like I had kind of thought earlier that has caused heartbreak for yourself or just around you. And we have a few other cards here. We have the Seven of Branches and the Magpie. And the magpie is actually the Korean special bird. So I lived in Korea for a few years, and these guys were outside my window, and they were just, all the time, and I couldn't stand them. And I remember, talking to my students at the time, they're like, oh, teacher, you shouldn't talk bad because it's a special magic bird. Well, it is a magic bird in that the magpies are kind of part of the crow family, part of the raven family. They can weave in and out of dimensions. And there's knowledge and hidden keys here, okay? You're not part of this circus. There may have been some trickery, some confusion I'm hearing, but remember, again, you are not part of this circus, and you hold the key right here in your beak's air sign. So always focus on the blessings and what can be learned, right? Keeping our hearts open. Keeping our hearts open and visible in our heart space. And I know, guys, sometimes this isn't always the easiest to do, but I promise you that the last card here is the two, right? The honeybee and the lovers here and the awakening. And with the hangman or the bat, there's decisions here, and there's a lot of major arcana. And I feel like with the Nine of Branches here, and then we have the Eight of Branches, and this could be quick insight, but you also have the falcon coming in to swoop in quickly as well, okay? I just heard it's going to swoop in after these frogs, so be careful. Y'all sitting here watching it bloom, remember there could be predators in your midst. But I feel like more like this decision might have been a long time, and I feel like why I chose this is because this one isn't so much, this Nine of Branches is the Nine of Wands. It's not so much about been through the heartbreak and been through it all and, everything just being hard. This one is about waiting for the right moment to pounce, okay? And the jaguar as well as another cat. So you've got two cats here with a bunch of birds. This is like, could be catch me if you can kind of energy as well as what I'm feeling. But these being the last thing with the honeybee and the lovers, I feel like it may have been a long time for you. You may have been in this energy for a really long time. But I feel like this month is the time to really make choices actively. Bring justice. Okay, bring justice. Sorry, guys. Open-heartedly accept this serpent tower energy, okay? And if there's a serpent in your midst, weed it out is what I'm hearing. But allow transformation to come to this. And the transformation may be justice. Again, maybe as well there could be a situation with this Nine of Wands and Eight of Branches and Nine of Branches and the lovers, that it could be you're going to be receiving kind of justice for that situation as well, or you're going to be offering that out. But I'm hearing just be careful of illusion and trickery, okay? Anything that has been hidden, get it out into the open, but make movements with love, okay? And they could be quick, they could be passionate and fiery, but this is also the 8 and the infinity as well, and there is a new moon, if you can see here. And I feel like this is also because this could be intuition as well. You could be getting quick flashes of intuition because this jaguar is very feminine and connected with the moon, okay? But ultimately, remember, these honeybees, these lovers, I heard be careful who you let in the nest, but remember that, also I hear they mate for life. But these bees, right, they move around, and each flower that they touch, okay, and this could be within your life, each life that you touch adds a little bit of extra flavor. Every life that touches you, if you're this flower waiting around and having different experiences or suitors is what I heard as well, which is maybe why you're a little right? Could cause you heartbreak as well. But this adds new experiences. And the cool thing about bees, right, is that not only are they going around pollinating, spreading life, and allowing biodiversity, but they're making honey, which is also delicious and also sweet, sticky, and smooth. And hopefully enough to get you out of this Three of Swords energy, okay? So let's get a few clarifiers here. I feel like we are not going to look at this anymore because it had a lot to say. So let's just put that there. Going to ask the Earth Magic is what I'm hearing. So we'll go for Earth Magic, Gemini. Let's see, Spirit, what would you have? What's the advice here for the situation that we are seeing on the table? There. Thank you. Okay, we have synergy and reflection. And this is the Green Man. And this is, in some ways, divine masculine. So you could be a man watching this, or you could be really needing to get in touch with your masculinity. If you're a woman, we all have a balance with this Justice card of masculine and feminine within us. And that's important, right? It's not so much in terms of gendered stereotypes of what it means to be a man and what it means to be a woman. It's masculine energy and feminine energy, and think of the yin and the yang and the flow, right? All in the same. And synergy is also to have this masculine and feminine energy flowing through our veins at all times, okay? We want to work within synergy. That means that, you know, we are using our intuition, okay, for the feminine, but we're also using our action space and our action-orientated whatever we're doing, okay, wherever we're putting action into, we're getting stuff done. That's what I'm hearing. But knowing that everything works in divine timing, everything works together, and, you know, like these bees and the synergy, these guys depend on every little aspect, right? Everything can affect the bees, right down from, you know, companies putting bee killer on, or you spraying your gardens or spraying your dandelions with Roundup. I don't like Monsanto, my bad. Anybody who likes it's your prerogative, right? But the more, you know, we are kind of destructive to the universe as well, the more we build concrete jungles and allow less weeds. I'm a real proponent of rewilding too, guys, but the more we do that, the more we reduce biodiversity, the more things don't work together, right? We start to see problems within food chains. You start to see, I was strongly guided, I heard wolf, and I've been, you know, my neighbor and I were talking about wolves today, and I used to have wolf dreams when I was a kid, and I was terrified, and it's the image that my neighbor put in my head. It was like, wouldn't leave, and I had to actively, you know, shush this wolf out of my head, and it was a scary image that was projected, and I'm feeling like reflection is here as well. I had the power to do that. In the past, I may have wallowed in and allowed it to scare me, but I'm feeling like I was asked to bring that in. For some of you, this could be finally working past, even though this is not swords, this is branches, working past the fears of moving forward and knowing that you have the power. Even if it's scary, take those times and reflect. When were you working, right, and being creative and working with your environment, and maybe when were you being destructive within your environment? And this time of reflection as well as could have been that with Mercury retrograde as well, you're going back to anything that could have potentially happened or been, I heard, said or done around the winter solstice, which would have been December 21st, I believe. So remember, though, that heart awakening is really important. You may also, I'm hearing, be feeling some heart chakra energy right now from the universe, and just to know that everything is working within divine timing and divine order. And if you feel with the heart chakra, if you feel uncomfortable and you feel it's not energetic, please go to the hospital and make sure you're okay. Just putting that out there, okay? But the more we work in synergy with ourselves and others and our natural surroundings, and we can see things as we are and reflect on them, you get out of this kind of confusion. And remember, you hold this key, right? Nobody's going to tie you up and put you in a circus. That's not going to happen. But reflect on how you can make your life work more smoothly. The bottom of the deck is grounding. So one of the things that you can do when we're working with energy work, if any of you are light workers, is, you know, when we're going into our meditation space, bringing in your breath work, connecting with you know, your higher chakras and connecting your lower chakras and connecting kind of in this ball at your heart, and ground yourself, you know, with your breath work. And you may want to bring in some black right now, or if you have any chakra bracelets that are all the colors, that's perfect as well. But just remember to stay grounded right now. And if your heart's breaking and changes are coming, okay, I mean, these two cards together, it's kind of hard, but then you have the Justice at the end. And I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas here, guys. So the universe is really stepping in, and I'm hearing it might seem hard right now, but remember, nothing stays the same forever. So I am just going to ask an Archangel Gabriel oracle before we close this out, because I feel like